Good morning. How are you guys? It's Thursday. Almost the weekend for some of you, including a certain Swede I know. But most of you, on the other hand, still tail end of the work week. My weekend's just starting. So I'm picking up XENOGEARS today, as I'm sure all of you know, but I figured we need to have a talk before we do. There's a lot that needs to be said about XENOGEARS before we even get into it. For those of you who've played a lot of RPGs, XENOGEARS is kind of one that stands out in a lot of ways. It, like Skies of Arcadia, for instance, has a secondary battle system, which we'll get into. It, like Skies of Arcadia, has an epic soundtrack. This one in particular done by Yasunori Mitsuda, the same guy who did Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, as well as many other games. So just by knowing his name, you probably already know the soundtrack was really good. All of the songs you heard in the last couple minutes have all been from XENOGEARS. So, incredibly good soundtrack. Combat, engaging. Visual effects and sprites are gorgeous for a PlayStation game. It was finished slightly, or well, roughly around the same time as Final Fantasy VIII, so it doesn't actually look as visually appealing from a realistic point of view as Final Fantasy VIII, but it's different, and we'll go into that when we see it. But the reason why we needed to have this talk is not about how good the game is. XENOGEARS is a tragedy. It is depressing because I did some research into the game over the last couple days. There are arguments, but no proof, of several points, and that I want to make before we even start the game. And they will become clear as we play the game, but essentially what the arguments state is that funding was cut for XENOGEARS. And if you've played the game before, you probably know exactly what I'm about to talk about, because there's a point in the game where everything you have done up until that point just stops abruptly. And for a length of time, the game is completely different from the way it was before. And then it kind of goes back to the way it was in the beginning at the very end. I'm not going to say anything about what happens. I don't want to spoil anything, but I want to let you know that from what there are arguments for, that this entire section of the game should have been dramatically longer than it was and have much more content, and that is exactly why XENOGEARS is a tragedy. This game is absolutely perfect in every sense of the word, except for this dramatic failure. Again, combat system, unique in every way. It's probably closest compared to in Chrono Cross, with the multiple attack sets and the death blow combos. The secondary combat system was reflected again in Xenosaga, but not really ever used in Xenosaga, as there was never really a point to. So, without further ado, we'll at least start it up. But I wanted to let you guys know that this game is spectacular, and it could have been so much better if what the rumors about it are true. I hope you enjoy. Again, XENOGEARS today. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. So, here we go, XENOGEARS Splash. And now we're going to start off with something that will most likely confuse some of you. But that's just fine. How you guys doing? Great to see all of you. Saxy, Q, Pal, PXD, Do Grandia's back. Oh, Nick, how you doing, man? Guys, Gruben Gaming, another good friend from Kimmy's stream. But what we'll do is we'll just start up the new game right now and confuse everyone. Kimmy, lady.
Restarting. Alpha 1 genome restructuring. Confirming exon replacement. Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha 1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fakenet. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega 1, they are attacking. We can't stop them. 98% of our weapons have been taken over. The autopilot system Faust has been accessed. And its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode. Alpha 1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061, the main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine.
I know you can't read that, but it says, "Ye shall be as gods," repeating over and over and over.
Passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you. Evacuate now.
Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in calm and orderly fashion.
He really does, Nick. Yes, he does. Oh, lady. I'm sorry, lady. Totally was expecting a flask. That is the intro for XENOGEARS. Now, what does that have to do with the story? Well, I'm not telling. The continent of Ignis, in the northern hemisphere of our world, on this, the largest continent, a war has been raging between two countries for hundreds of years. In the north of the continent lies the Kislev Empire. In the south lies the desert kingdom of Ava. The war has gone on for so long that most people have forgotten the cause, knowing only the pointless circle of hostility and tragedy. The chronic war obsession was soon to encounter a devastating change. This was due to the ethos, an institution that preserves our world's culture, repairing tools and weapons excavated from the ruins of an ancient civilization. At once, both countries excavated these ruins and had the ethos repair the discoveries, in order to increase their own military power. Thanks, Q. Glad you stopped by, man. The various weapons excavated from the ruins greatly changed the form of warfare. The outcome of the battles between the two countries was no longer determined by man-to-man combat, but by gears, giant humanoid weapon fighting machines that were obtained from deep within the ruins. Eventually, after continuous swings in the state of war, Kislev gained the upper hand. The major factor behind this lie in the enormous difference in the amount of resources buried within their ruins. But suddenly, a mysterious military force appeared on the continent of Ignis called Gebler. This force decided to make contact with Ava. With the assistance of this Gebler military force, Ava was about to recover from being hopelessly outnumbered to being back on an even standing with Kislev. Then, taking further advantage of this newly gained momentum, Ava started to capture one territory after another. Showing no indication of slowing down, their campaign of invasion continued. the remote village of Lahan, in the outskirts of Ava, near the border with Kislev. This is where it all begins. That's a good question, Dew. I wish I had the answer for you. Damn you! That's only one down? What on earth are you? No matter how often I knock you down, you still get up. Faye, stop! You must not fight here! Ugh, you are persistent. Damn it, how come? Why did it have to come to this? I'm good with either. I like a moderate crew. I think if I had more than 100 people, I'd probably not know what to do. Well, that about does it. Alright, now for a short break. And this puts you in control of our main character. Here he is, and his name is Faye. Oh, it's you, Faye. We're in the middle of discussing Timothy and Alice's wedding arrangements. Hey, why don't you bring a girlfriend or two home once in a while? Just because you live with an old man like me doesn't mean you have to hold back now, you hear? When I was as young as you are, it seemed like every day I would... never mind. No, we still have important things to discuss, so why don't you don't get in the way now. There you are. Faye, I have to talk to you about something. Why, hello there, Dan. You're lively today, as you are every day. Dan, don't be so rude. What's all this barging in and all? Timothy's here, too. Ugh. Butt out, Tim. Until you marry my sister, you have nothing to do with me. I just have some business here with my friend, Faye. Anyway, Faye, I have to talk to you about something later. What is it? Sounds serious. Yeah, that's why I can't talk about it here. There's a certain person listening could cause us trouble. It's really important. We gotta talk, seriously. One-on-one and man-to-man. I'll be hanging around outside, so I'll see you there, okay? Great forehead, kid. Oh, man. Dan does have a huge forehead. Okay, so now that we have a moment here, now that we have a moment to talk, I want to clarify a couple things. It has been a long time since I've played XENOGEARS. I've seen it played a couple times recently, but for the most part, I don't remember most of the game. Dude, thank you for stopping by, man. Have a good one, dude. Hey, hello, Silverius. How you doing? But for the most part, I don't remember what needs to be done, which is going to greatly extend the amount of time we're going to need to play this, but that's okay. Yeah, I know. I remember I need to jump in the well. There's a lot of free items in here. No, again, I know all of the story, Andy. It's just I don't necessarily remember what you need to do in some parts. That's all. Okay, so there's that. Now, let's talk to Dan. Good, Faye. You ready to talk? As you know, tomorrow's finally the day of my sister's wedding. So what I want to talk to you about is exactly that. Alice's marriage. Faye, to be perfectly honest with you, I've always wished you could have been my brother. It's still not too late. You could go steal Alice and run off with her. If you need me to help, I'd be glad to. Trying to ruin a wedding the day before. Maybe odd for me to say this, but my sister is gorgeous and a good cook. And this is just between you and me, but she's well endowed too. So come on, go for it. Let's do it. All right, Dan, you got it. I guess I'll just go sweep Alice away and make a run for it. Wait, really? But if only it was that easy. Kim now knows what I would do. It's not like we can change their feelings. And you would need to have love for her, too. I'm not going to forget this, Faye. You were really willing to go that far to help me. You're a good guy. Oh, wow. I don't think I ever answered that answer, come to think of it, looking back. Still the wrong building. How you guys doing today? I'm glad you're all here for some XENOGEARS. You guys missed my monologue, but that's okay. I'll highlight it later. Is this it? This is another one of the get free items, I think. As long as you say you like Lahan. So yeah, take this as an allowance. Nice. Free money. Never up at this time? I am honored you decided to make an effort to join me this morning then, Gruben. I really am. I mean, it is for XENOGEARS though, so here we go. Finally found it. Or did I? No, I didn't. Miss Boobylicious. Wow, that's really mean. Where is Alice? Is she really in the house like right next to Dan and I just walked right by her? Mermaid's Tear? Yes, Mermaid's Tear. I can't believe I remembered this. I am really surprised I remembered that. I can't understand. So there are a lot of intricacies in this game that need to be mentioned. Wow, finally found it. Are you here to see Alice? Actually, it's customary that we don't let any men see the bride today, but you can be an exemption. Here we go. Okay, so we're on the right track again. Cool. Good morning, Alice. Is that your wedding dress? Oh, Faye, you startled me. Yes, it is. I just finished it, actually. It took more work than expected. You did a great job. It'll look wonderful on you, Alice. Congratulations. Why, thank you. Hey, this is Celtaire and her current boyfriend. They're totally awkward with each other. What do you need? Oh, nothing. I see. Poor Celtaire. Oh yes, that's right. Faye, have you seen Dan? Yeah, he's outside, bragging as always. That kid. I just told him that I had to run had him for an errand to run. Oh yeah? What kind of errand? It's for my wedding ceremony tomorrow. I was hoping he could go borrow a camera and some lights from Dr. Uzuki up on the mountain peak. If that's all it is, I'll be glad to do it for you. Could you? Oh, but I couldn't... No. Don't worry about it, I got it. Anyway, it doesn't exactly make me feel comfortable having Dan handle such instruments anyway. What's more, I have a chance to eat some of Yui's cooking if I go up to the doc's place. That's my Faye. Well, I'll go up there now and get him for you. Oh, Faye, wait. Is there something else? No, it's not that. Faye, have you ever thought about things this way? If you had been born in this village, and we had only known each other from earlier on... Oh, forget it, I'm sorry. Well, I think I'd better go. Oh. Okay. Be careful on that mountain path, and give my regards to Dr. Uzuki. Is this fate? Who am I kidding? Alright. And the quest begins, even if you don't realize it. I have no idea, pal. It's kind of a Japanese anime trope, I think, more than anything else. But, regardless, that is the wrong way. Oh, Celtaire, hold on. Oh, crap, you're already... Hold on. Yeah, regulars, just, if you want to post a link, just go ahead and ask. I apologize if you were, you get timed out, but Nightbot has been, kind of on a... Okay, combat system. Combat in this game is not reflected in the first couple battles, but essentially, it's a combo system. Triangle is a 1-point attack, square is a 2, X is a 3. Currently, I only have 3 points, but, for instance, triangle square. Or square triangle. We'll get into death blows later when we get that far, but essentially, this is how the combat works. It is kind of like Chrono Cross, Lady Amarith, but there's one large difference, and that revolves around the way the system is affected by other factors, and other factors being the death blows. Plus, there's also another system that you don't usually use unless you're in boss battles that I will explain later on today. Dr. Uzuki's house is up over the bridge and up to the north. Bottom of my window is cut off, and remember to save. Bottom of the window is cut off. Is it really? Oh, it is. I apologize. There we go. That's better. Thank you for letting me know, lady. Andy? I apologize, guys. I thought the window was perfectly fit, but it clearly wasn't. Oh, it's you, Faye. The cliff's edge collapsed from the heavy rain we had recently. You're alright? You can do a big jump if you get across it, or to get across it. But I'm too scared. It's easy, watch me. Say hello to the doc. And I failed again. So the reason why I'm varying my combos is actually because of that other system that we haven't gotten into yet. Too early for Windows thing. I actually thought I had it optimized. Oh, another thing I should add. This game is completely random with your level ups. As in, you could go through this game and be insanely high HP and damage. And then you can go through it again from the beginning, start over, and be weak as hell with one character or another. It is completely RNG. I mean, there's definitely a relatively high chance, and you don't necessarily need to worry about being too weak, but it is a possibility. Plus, there are other little things in this game that were kind of revolutionary at their time, and it's arguable if they even have an effect. For instance, I'll show you the menu. Okay, so standard menu, go to the status window. So you look at Faye. If you pay attention, there's an interesting stat here. His weight. Why would his weight be there? Well, apparently, there are a couple theories about that. There are things in this game that you can do to alter your weight, either up or down. And there are arguments, and there have been tests, which have been completely inconclusive, that if you increase your weight, you are more likely to get a higher attack, but you're less likely to get agility, and vice versa. Lower weight, higher agility, lower attack. So a middle ground essentially is a middle. But again, the tests have been inconclusive, and there are other things that work similarly in this game. So there's a lot of variation that you can actually have from playthrough to playthrough for an RPG. And you have to remember, this came out at Final Fantasy VIII's time period. So some of the little things are pretty revolutionary. Where it is. Wait, no, here, maybe? Ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, it's sad that I remember this stuff. It's seriously been years since I played through this game. I've actually only beaten it once, so this will be the second time I've beaten it, but I have played through a significant portion of it several times. Money in car. Oh. Hi, Midori. It's a nice day to go play outside. How about we feed the birds later? Oh, Faye. Welcome. Hello, Yui. Where's the doc? My husband is tinkering with his junk out in the backyard. I should have guessed. Does he ever get sick of playing with that stuff? Well, okay then. I'll go out into the backyard and see if I can't find him. Good morning, YGD. How you doing, dude? Where are you, Doc? What's going on? Oh, this is no good. Why do they use such inferior parts? This is why their intervention Oh. Doc. So that's where you were. Oh, Faye. Good to see you. Are you alright, Doc? What are you doing all the way up there? I just thought I would try to restore this land crab. Oh, and that explosion? Nothing to worry about. Happens all the time. Could you wait a while? I'm just about ready to call it a day. Oh, that's right. There's something interesting in the storeroom. Why don't you take a look? Alright, Doc, I will. Please hurry up. It'll be dark before you know it. So this is what Doc was talking about. Let me see. What's so interesting about it? What the... Where have I heard this song before? What do you think? Not bad, huh? Doc. Hello again, Faye. Sorry I kept you waiting. Music is a mysterious thing. Sometimes it makes people remember things they do not expect. Many thoughts, feelings, memories, things almost forgotten, regardless whether the listener desires to remember them or not. Doc, what is this? It was excavated from some old ruins, and it's still under repair. Obviously, it's an audio device of some type. Long ago, people would listen to this melody, just as you're doing right now. At times, they would have been cheered up, while at other times they've been made to cry. By the way, what brings you here? Oh yeah, that's right. Alice asked me to borrow some camera equipment from you. Oh, that's right. Her wedding is tomorrow, isn't it? Understood. We had better get everything ready then. Oh, and dinner should be ready soon. Would you care to join us? Would I ever? I was hoping you'd ask. I still have some cleaning up to do out here. Would you mind giving Midori some company back in the house? Okay, take your time, Doc. I'll go ahead and eat when dinner's ready. Go right ahead. But I will not be held responsible if you get a stomachache. Yui's cooking is the best. Doc, I feel strange when I listen to this song. Something warm inside. That just may be because you have someone living inside you. And he too must have liked this song a long time ago, before he became part of you. Timothy and Alice's wedding really is tomorrow. It might actually be better to live out an ordinary life in this condition. As a son of man. Well, anyway, I suppose I had better adjust the gyro at least. Hmm? This cannot be. Is this an omen? Now what's gonna happen? That was good. Your cooking never fails to impress, Yui. Thank you for such a delicious meal. You're welcome. If you like my cooking that much, then I'd be happy to cook for you again anytime, Faye. I will bring the equipment you need to the village tomorrow morning myself. And it doesn't exactly make me feel comfortable to have you handle such delicate instruments, I'm afraid. Where have I heard that line before? That's alright by me. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, Doc. Good night, Yui. Midori? Good night. We're looking forward to tomorrow's wedding. Good night, Doc. Oh, Faye, please be careful. I mean, the path is dangerous when it's so dark. What's wrong, Doc? There's nothing to worry about. Well, anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Is there nothing to worry about? What is that? here we go. Giants. Faye! Doc, some flying objects went toward Lahan. So you saw them too. Judging by their shadows, they appear to be a group of gears from our neighboring country of Kislev. Those were gears? Oh no, they're headed directly for Lahan. The ones I just saw. Quick, we gotta get back to the town. No. Lahan. Alice, Tim, Dr. Uzuki, Faye. Doctor, they just came out of nowhere and landed right in the village. I know. What on earth are they doing starting a battle here? Are you all okay? Yeah, but it's Dan. We can't find him. I'll go look one more time. Alice, go ahead and get out of the village. No, Tim, wait. You and Alice, need to evacuate with the rest of the villagers. Doc, you know I just can't leave Dan behind. Tim... I understand how you feel, but leave the rest up to Faye and I. The primary thing you should be concerned with is your own safety. Timothy, your responsibility is to protect Alice. It's just as Doc says. The two of you should get out of the village. Now, don't worry about Dan. Knowing him, he's already evacuated and he's waiting for you. I guess you're right. Alice, let's get Dr. Uzuki and let's let Dr. Uzuki and Faye handle it. Oh, reading too early in the morning. Okay, thank you, Doc. But Faye, please look out for Dan. Don't worry, if he still happens to be in the village, I'll be sure to save him. Now, both of you, hurry. I'll go back and check inside the houses and see if anyone's left. Faye, check around the village and guide the stragglers to a safe location. You be careful, Doc. You too. What? Oh. Whoa. Huh? Good morning, Leslie. Faye? Wait, Faye! Don't do this, Faye. You must not fight here. Faye! Faye! Linguistic modifier enabled. Identified. Lamb. Ignis dialect. No piloting experience. Easy mode set. Synchronizing input interface with pilot's normal reflex time. Warning to pilot. Combat mode. Combat mode. About to enter combat. 1,200 units of fuel left. I know how to attack. Shut up. I know. Enemy gears now engaging. Terminating help mode. Crimson, thanks for the host, man. Good to see you, bro. Thank you. Toast. Gained 3 levels from that fight. Reinforcements? On my right, too. Damn it, how many of them are there? I guess there's no choice but to fight. Faye, the way you're fighting... Oh no, this is not good. If he awakens here... Doc! Dan! Are you alright? What on earth are you doing here? Do you not know how worried Alice and Timothy are? I'm sorry, Dr. Uzuki. I got out of the village earlier, but I came back. I just couldn't bear to think of leaving my sister's wedding dress behind. You returned to save your sister's wedding dress? Such a sentimental little kid. Let's get out of here. We need to get to a safer location while Faye has their attention. It appears that they're after that gear Faye's in. What? Faye's inside that thing? Faye is bound by the dark, cruel destiny of God. Faye? Come, Dan. We have to get away from here. Dan! I knew you were still in the village. Boy, am I glad you're okay. Huh? Oh no. Timothy! Wait, don't shoot! Stop it! These people have nothing to do with you! Timothy! Out of the way, you bastards! Stop it. I said stop it! Ugh. Huh? Doc. Oh, you finally gained consciousness. Doc, what happened? Where's Chief Lee? Timothy, Alice. What? Yeah, well... You murderer. Dan! What do you mean, Dan? Faye. It was because you got in that gear. Alice, Timothy, the people of the village are all... You killed everyone! Why did you have to fight in the middle of the village? How do you even know to operate such a thing? Where's Mom? I told you so. Allowing somebody who we knew nothing about into our village would spell disaster. Ugh. No, keep away, I'm scared. Murderer, my sister. Give me back my sister. Dan, there's nothing to be gained from putting the blame on Faye. What's more, you know Faye had no control over the malfunction of that gear. No, I don't know that. But I fucking hate you. Might be better if we left him some time by himself. Hey, Slendy, good morning. He doesn't know what to do with his grief. And Faye, it may be a good idea for you to leave this place. There's no guarantee that reinforcements from yesterday's unit aren't going to come. They will probably want to know what happened to their comrades. Also, I don't think the atmosphere is going to be very joyful, if you know what I mean. It's probably best for both of you and all the other villages here. I guess you're right. This disaster happened because I was here. But what am I supposed to do now? Yes, well, why not go through the Black Moon Forest and head for Ava? I'm sure those soldiers from yesterday were not from Ava. Oh, Slendy. Just you wait. You'll see. You'll like it when you see it. If you can manage to get to the Ava side, they will not be able to track you down very easily. Okay, gotcha, Doc. Well, anyway, please take care of the rest of the things here. Of course. Well, do take care from now on. Gah. You guys are ragging on Faye pretty hard, but I'll tell you what. When you find out what happened, I think you'll be a little bit more reasonable. So, now, just to be clear, I do have a save file that is slightly ahead of where we are now. What I'm going to do is I will switch to this file when we get here, because it did grind a little bit, but essentially it did the same thing that we have done here. It's just a little bit leveled up, because I don't particularly want to grind on a playthrough. But we still have a ways till we go till we get there. But I will let you know when I'm going to switch. So I'm warning you ahead of time. The Black Moon Forest. Faye is alone. Banished from his village to a forest. He has no idea his way through, and I don't remember my way through it either. Okay, so now I have 4 uses with my ATB bar. So now check this out. So whenever you end a combo with X, and you have done it enough, you'll learn a death blow. So we need to do this a couple times. This is exactly why I leveled up a little bit in that last playthrough I did, because I didn't want to have to grind the death blows in a playthrough, because they're all worth seeing. They're all very cool, but they take a while to get in a lot of cases. Shit. Slendy, we're about an hour in, give or take, maybe a half an hour into XENOGEARS. You really didn't miss all that much. Just like what causes him to leave, essentially. So, the important parts are yet to come, without question. Yes, there are jumping puzzles in an RPG. There we go. Got it. And some of them are really annoying, like that. But it does let you get to some interesting treasure chests later on, which you'll see, but... Okay, so those are the hubs. I think we go this way. Oh, balls. Platforming in an RPG. Burn the witch! So, actually, while I'm doing this, I suppose I should show off how cheap I am, but, you know, I didn't think about it earlier, but as I said, I made some improvements to the stream in the last week. I hope you like the layout. I changed it up a little bit. Obviously, I changed my intro a little bit, too, specifically for XENOGEARS. And I am just getting face rolled. There we go. But essentially, what I did, and you're going to laugh at me for this, but still worth showing you. I put up a sheet. It's not exactly a green screen, but it works. I hope it makes the stream better. Some people might think it doesn't, but I do. Plus, now you don't need to see those boxes that were behind me. Which I got many, many complaints about. You need to... Really, Slendy? That's what you complain about? So we couldn't judge my boxes. People complained! What am I supposed to say? It's not that bad, Kim. I mean, I just hung up a sheet, and I spent a grand total of, oh my god, $14 on it. So, you know, I may be super cheap, at least at the moment, but it works. And honestly, I think it doesn't look that bad. You know, all things considered. The creases make the blue screen fuzzy. Yes, I know it's not perfect, but again, this was a $14 fix. It needs tweaking, but I set it up yesterday, so it's not perfect, and it will improve. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Throw down your weapon. Make one wrong move and I'll shoot.
Hi, Mia. Turn around. I said turn around. Are you shaking? Be quiet. You don't seem to be one of those Kislev soldiers who are after me, but... Don't move. I have orders to kill all surface dwellers. Lambs I come in contact with. It's part of my mission and it's nothing personal. Sorry. I have a question for you. How do I get out of this forest? Are you lost? Just answer my question. How do I get out of here? Sorry, but I'm looking for the way out too. Oh. How long are you just gonna stand there like that? How's it, Mia, huh? If you're gonna shoot me, then just hurry up and do it. What an odd thing to say. Don't you understand the situation you're in? I really don't care about that. I'm just a guy whose life is worthless anymore. There's no point in me living anyway. Stay back. What are you aiming at? Shoot me here. Are you mocking me? You're weird. Something's very wrong with you. You should at least resist a little bit. What the? Keep your hands off Ellie. Suey! What's going on, man? How you doing? It's great to see you guys all here. I'm really glad you guys showed up this early on a Thursday, no less. It's a really bizarre, time to decide to stream, but, it's still great to see you guys. So, we just got Raijin. Raijin is the first death blow. It is triangle X, which is what I've been spamming, and now I have it. Hey, are you alright? Hang in there. Good, you finally woke up. You didn't move for so long that I started to worry. You feeling okay? Do you still intend to kill me? Just go ahead and shoot me. But you better not do it while we're in this forest. Forest monsters hate loud noises, as you found out. Fine, don't talk to me if you don't want to. But it wouldn't kill you to thank me for treating your wounds. Thanks, but you shouldn't have helped me. Don't think it'll save your life. It really doesn't change a thing. So what are you afraid of? I'm not afraid, I'm just being cautious. It's natural for me to be this cautious, considering I've met a suspicious surface-dwelling lamb. Don't you worry, I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you're much more suspicious than I am. Huh? So what's your name? I won't give my name to a surface dweller. What's with this lamb thing? We're both lost in this forest, surrounded by dangerous monsters. Shouldn't we at least be cooperative until we get out of here? Good. So what's your name? It'd be hard for us to cooperate without knowing each other's names. Anyway, my name is Fei Fong Wong. You can call me Fei. I'm Elheim. My parents call me Ellie. Ellie, huh? Somehow I already knew that. What? Good morning, Laz. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the little speech I made before I started the game, and people who are curious can take a listen. Emily's! Good morning on this fine Thursday. Anyway, it's too dangerous to travel in these parts this late at night. Let's wait until daybreak, and we'll continue looking for a way out of here. Is that okay with you? I guess we have no choice, do we? Okay then, Ellie. How about having something to eat? And so, they spent their first night together.
Wait! Hey! Don't leave me here! Wait!
I forgot how many anime cutscenes there were early on in the game. There are not that many, Slendy. I think, in fact, like, 3/4 of them must be in the first, like, hour or two of the game, apparently.
You must be lonely here by yourself. Faye. Faye. Faye.
Faye? Are you awake? Okay. So, Black Moon Forest. Phase 2. Path up. Good. We actually do think we want those. Look at that Ellie shake. So, first death blow. Obviously much higher, much higher damage than all the other attacks. Death blows also carry over into the gears, which we haven't gotten quite yet, but you'll see later on. Other thing to add about this is Ellie. Notice she's already a party member. That's what we're looking for. Bahan Ava. Almost out of the Black Moon Forest. Almost out. There we go. Fultoning Slendy, that is absolutely not allowed, Sui. She will kick your ass. Wahoo! That would only be if she was a prisoner. I am actually surprised that Slendy doesn't like anime, though. That honestly, genuinely surprises me. Oh, some things I should probably disclaimer right now. If you are a religious person, like if you denominate yourself as a strongly religious person, I don't recommend playing this. Just to be perfectly blunt. I mean, I'm not saying that that's gonna... You know, you might be offended, but you could be offended, I think is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not gonna say why, but just know that you could be. Yeah, Pal puts it perfectly. Then, Mia, you're actually missing out on some really quality